I'm Todd Fletcher. Welcome to Behind the Scenes, a series that informs you of what's happening in the local motion picture and television industry. And on a glorious day like today, what better than to take a road trip? In this episode, we explore movie-induced tourism. Our first stop is the University of Calgary, where we catch up to Simon Hudson, Professor of Tourism and Marketing.
It's really important that the film industry and the tourism talk to each other to start with. You know, a lot of destinations, they sit in different parts of the town or city or even different parts of the province. They never get together. They don't understand each other's business. So I think it's really important. And you know, it's not rocket science, and often it doesn't need a huge amount of investment. It just means you know, understanding that well, when this production or film or television program comes on television, there are going to be a lot of people out there who will want to visit our destination. So how can we work together to both build film tourism but also have a sustainable film industry? So how do we show everybody that we're film friendly?
According to Professor Hudson, studies show 8 out of 10 people will actually choose their holiday destination around their favorite movie, and 1 out of 5 people will actually make the pilgrimage to the site of their favorite film.
It's a really growing phenomenon, people's desire to go and visit a destination that they've seen in a film or in television. And I think it's grown so much because of international travel, but also because of the exposure a film can have now. It can be seen by millions of viewers, and it's enduring. It can be seen on a big screen and then on television and DVD. So people are starting to seek out locations they've seen on television. And the exposure it's very, very hard to measure, but it's an amazing exposure for us, because a lot of people around the world say, well, where is Alberta? You know, there's a lack of awareness. So what you're doing is you're building up that awareness, even if they don't say, well, I'm going there tomorrow. The awareness is there. So I think you need to have something for film tourists, whether it's a movie map or whether it's an attraction or something they can visit.
The next stop on our journey introduces us to Tina Elford, who was instrumental in the development of the Real Adventures movie map.
We've produced over 300,000 maps, and you can find them all across southern Alberta at the Visitor Information Centres, plus a number of hotels in Calgary, Fort Calgary, a number of tourist destinations in Calgary have our map. But for enhanced information, you can go to the website and find detailed information on the 3 driving tours available in southern Alberta. The first map is Stuff of Legends. So they really focus on the cowboy culture and the number of westerns that have been shot in Alberta. Most people don't know that southern Alberta has over 20 western standing sets. And so a lot of westerns were shot in this area, and basically it's west of Calgary and south to Longview. So some really cool areas. I love taking the drive from Calgary to Morley on the 1A. You can see the visuals where Legends of the Fall, Shanghai Noon, and Open Range were shot. It's a real enjoyable tour. So Saddles and Side Trips is the second trip you can take, and it takes you down into Lethbridge. You can visit Fort Macleod, where Brokeback Mountain and Passchendaele was shot. They also have Passchendaele and Brokeback Mountain walking tours, which is a great way to spend about an hour. If you venture east, you can head down to Milk River, where a lot of Robin Williams' movie RV was shot. So you can head east to Drumheller for the Badlands and Bad Guys tour, where you can see some of the stark prairie and the spectacular Badlands, which a number of movies have used. Go up to Delia, where Knockaround Guys was shot. You have to stop at Patricia on your way, because Patricia has a steak pit, so you can barbecue your own steak. Heading north back up into the Drumheller region, there's the Wayne Last Chance Saloon, the Atlas Coal Mine. There's a number of places you can see, and that's Badlands and Bad Guys. I'm an Alberta girl, and I think Alberta is one of the best places in the world to live. I also believe that the movie industry, the film and television industry, comes to shoot here because it is so diverse with locations. So it's sort of a marrying of film and television and tourism, and it's also a visual representation of the great impact film and television can have in small communities.
Thanks to the joint efforts of the motion picture and tourism industries, you can now walk in the footsteps of some of Hollywood's greatest stars, and along the way, explore what Wild Rose Country has to offer. Well, I'm Todd Fletcher. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Behind the Scenes. Now, how do I get to Brokeback Mountain?
Behind the Scenes is a collaboration between Calgary Economic Development, industry, government, and community stakeholders.